back to the session on regular expressions. In the previous session, we had seen the definition of regular expression, so let us just revise that definition and see how to write regular expressions for the given statements. So here in the definition it says regular expression is used for specifying the strings of regular language and is defined as follows. Phi is a regular expression for specifying empty language. Epsilon is a regular expression for specifying empty string. And A is a regular expression for specifying language A. Then the second half of the regular expressions definition goes as let R and S be two regular expressions for specifying L of R and L of S respectively, where R/S or R or S is a regular expression for specifying language of R union language of S. R.S is a regular expression for specifying concatenation of language of R and language of S, that is LR.LS. And R closure or R star is a regular expression for specifying language of R star closure. Now let us see some examples before we begin with the statements. So here are the list of examples with the regular expression and what the regular language that will get generated for the respective regular expressions. So here A and B will generate the language A and B itself. Now here language will be represented as a set and the expression such as A plus B or A or B will give us the language such as A union B, that is A comma B. Then A dot B is AB. A star will be epsilon comma A comma A up to infinity, as the language operation stated that I will run from 0 to infinity. Then A plus closure will start at A, then go up to infinity, that is L raised to 1 to infinity. Then AB star will be epsilon AB AB and so on. Now let us see what we get on for the expression A plus B star as the language. So here we will get epsilon A B AB BA BB AA and so on. For 00 star we will get epsilon 00 that is multiples of 2. So here it will be starting with 0, 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on. That is even numbers regular expression for generating zeros will be 00 star. Next is generating odd numbers of zeros. So here we will have 0.00 star which will generate 1, 3, 5, 7 and so on number of zeros. Now the next expression is about starts with and ends in type of expression. So here in the previous example it was starting with 0 and here it is ending in 0. But in these two examples it will not be much clear about the difference between starting and ending of the expressions. So we will see that in the last example where we have expression starting with 1 and ending in 1. Let us see the next example, that is 000 star closure. So we will have epsilon 000, then 3, 6, 9 and so on. That is multiple of 3's. Next is A dot A star, that is starting with A. This and this expression will give us the same output, that is A, triple A and so on. Now let us understand the difference between starts with a particular expression and ends in a particular expression. So here when we have 1.0 star, it will have 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0 and so on. But when we have 0 star dot 1, at that time the first language string will be 1, then 0, 1, then 0, 0, 1 and so on. So here as you can see in the output, that is the regular language generated by these expressions, is that the first type will have 1 in the beginning of their language and in the second expression it will have 1 at the end of the language. Let us solve some questions. Before that we will see some notes that we need to remember. First one is 0.epsilon will be equal to epsilon dot 0 which will be equal to 0. So your epsilon will be acting like 1. So anything multiplied by 1 will give us the number itself. So here when we multiply epsilon with A, we will get A as the output. Last example is A plus, which is A dot A star, and finally L plus will be L dot L star. So here when we have an expression of A plus type, it will always mean that it is A dot A star. So let us see the first question. Set of all strings that start with A over the input A comma B. Now we have already seen one example in our example set. So let us solve the example or the question with R is equal to A dot A plus B star. Now when we say set of all strings, that means A plus B star will be there. And the condition that we need to apply is that our irregular expression should start with A. So here we will apply A at the beginning and A plus B star will be there to conclude the complete question. Now L of R that will get generated will be A, AB, triple A, AB, and so on, where always the string which will start with A will get accepted by our regular expressions. Now next question. Set of all strings that terminates either with 0 or 1 1. Now here set of all strings, we know immediately that it will be 0 plus 1 star. Now here the question says terminates. So it will have the ending expression as either 0 or 1 1. There is another way of writing this regular expression, which is 0 plus 1 star dot 0 plus 1 1. So here we have just simply segregated 0 plus 1 star as common expression and attached 0 plus 1 1 as the ending expression of our regular expression. So let us see what our L of R will be generated. So here minimum valid string will be 0 and 1 1. Other than that 0 0 1 0 triple 0 0 1 1 and triple 1 are also valid inputs. Let's check out the next question. So here the question says set of all strings that starts with X and ends with Y over the input X comma Y. Now again set of all strings means we will write down X plus Y star and our expression will have a starting expression as X and the ending alphabet as Y. So the regular expression will look like X dot X plus Y star dot Y. Since the question says that our regular expression is starting with X and ending with Y. So the L of R generated will be minimum valid string as XY, XXY, XYY and so on. Next question. Set of all strings that starts with XY and ends with YX over the input X comma Y. Again we will write down X plus Y as our regular expression indicating set of all strings and attach XY and YX at the beginning and the ending of our regular expression. Here the minimum valid string is XYYX, XYXYX, but we can also see XYX as the valid input to be taken as XY and YX. So here when we have XYX, it is starting with XY and ending in YX. So since our regular expression is not able to validate this valid string, we need to add an exception case of plus XYX. That is, if our XYX is given as input, even that is valid other than the expression which will accept all these strings which are starting with XY and ending in YX. Let us solve another question wherein set of all strings that start with A and end with AB over the input A comma B is the regular expressions that we have to generate. So let us see the R. Again here set of all strings means A plus B star will be there and starting with A and ending with AB. I hope you will know to add plus AB since it is starting with A and ending in AB. So L of R generated will be AB, AAB, triple AB, ABAB and so on, since our condition of starting with A and ending in AB is getting satisfied. Moving on to our next question, we have set of all strings that start with A triple B and ends with triple BA over the input A comma B. Take some time and pause the video to try and solve this question on your own. In case you do not get the answer correct, you can always play the video and see the answer for the question. So let's see the answer. Here R will be equal to A triple B, A plus B star and triple B A. Now, when we have such type of questions, do not forget to add the exception cases of A triple B A 4 times B A 5 times B A, and L of R generated will be accepting these all input strings as valid. So let's go on to our next question. Set of all strings that start and end with different symbols over the input 0, 1. Now here when we say different symbols, it means that it will have 0 as the starting and 1 as the ending position. So here when we will have R is equal to 0 plus 1 star, 0 and 1 at start and end of our expression, and 1 and 0 at the start and end of the expression, since it says start and end with different symbols over the input 0, 1. So here the minimum valid string will be 0, 1 and 1, 0. Other than that, any string starting and ending with different symbols will be accepted as valid input. The next question says set of all strings that start and end with same symbol over the input 0, 1, 2. Now let us see the output for this, where R will be 0 plus 1 plus 2 star, starting and ending with the same symbols, that is 0, 1 and 2. Now let us see L of R that will get generated. As we can observe that other than 0 and 1 starting and ending symbol, we also have 0, 1 and 2 as the valid input because it is starting and ending with same symbol. So we need to add that as exception case in a regular expression. In case you had not added it, please do so and rectify your answer of regular expression. Let us move on to the next question. Set of all strings that contains at least one occurrence of AA over the input A, B. Here the R will be set of all strings being A plus B star and contains at least one occurrence of AA. So here AA is nothing but at least one occurrence of AA taken care of. Okay, so your minimum valid string will be AA, then AA, AAB, BAAB and so on. Moving on to the last question of this session, set of all string that contains at least two A's over the input A, B. Now let us just pause the video and try to solve this question. In case you are not able to solve it, you can come back and play the video and check the answer. Alright, so here the R will be equal to A plus B star A plus B star A plus B star. Now here we had already solved that contains 2A, right? Now here what we have done, it says contains at least 2 A's. It has not mentioned that it should come one after the other. That is A dot A is not the condition that they have mentioned. So here we just need to add A plus B star in between the two A's that will occur in our input, so that it will take care of the multiples A and B that should appear in between A, two A's that will be there in our input string. So minimum valid string will be AA, ABA, BABA and so on. So here as you can see that A can appear, two A's can appear anywhere in the string. In case you have any doubts or queries, you can anytime leave your questions in the comment section and I'll get it solved in our next session. So see you then.